Okay, welcome back to Rails Minute. Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Bostrom, Rails Member Engagement Manager, and I'm here with Deirdre Brennan, Rails Executive Director. These are our efforts to bring you short weekly videos where you can find out more about what is happening with Rails. Deirdre, thanks for joining me. So school is starting up very soon. Now it will probably look very different, but it got me wondering, what was your favorite subject in school?
History, definitely. Particularly, I would say English history, but I loved American history too. And I would say that I could, with equal vehemence, say that science and math were not my favorite subjects. Although I was very good at algebra and not at all good at geometry. So I don't really understand that completely why, but it's, so yeah, sad but true.
But yeah, and the funny thing about math is it really is different subjects. I mean, like you said, algebra, geometry, it's almost like they're different things.
They were for me.
Yeah. I know that they build off of each other, but
yeah.
Well, we'll have a talk about math some other time. So onward. The work on our Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion initiative is really ramping up. And we'll be launching a pulse page soon, and we're also setting up a workplace climate team internally at Rails. Can you talk a little bit more about this initiative and where we're going from here?
Sure, yes, I think that the pulse page is launching later today or tomorrow, which is great. There's a lot of resources there, of course. Yeah, so we've been getting ready to launch this for a while now. We're working with Elizabeth Biz, Lindsay, Ryan. We got a little bit delayed by the pandemic, naturally enough, and so did, everybody's so busy, including Biz. But anyway, yeah, so one track is to look internally at the Rails organization and how we can, eliminate systemic racism and bias there, because we all understand, or at least I have come to understand, and I know, colleagues at Rails also have come to understand that everybody has implicit bias, and it's something you really have to work on. We also want to work with member libraries on this because it's important in the library industry and libraries in general. Our board is also very interested in doing their work on this and being, assisting Rails with our work, as well as just having their own discussions, and so I think it's really going to be great. I think that as far as the workplace climate team, that's going to be the sort of the staff leadership group that's going to work with Biz. We're in the process of getting volunteers right now from across the organization. And I'm working on the charge for the board committee that will also include members. So there'll be a lot more coming soon on that front.
Awesome. Okay, now what else is happening around Rails? What would you like people to know about?
Well, I know that people are getting really tired of hearing me talk about this, but the census, because they've just shortened the time period by a month from October 31st to September 30th. So that just makes it all the more important that we get the count as accurate as we can, that we reach out to the hard to count communities. So we have a Census Pulse page that has a lot of resources on it for libraries. A great toolkit there for items that you can print out if you want to, and we have face masks that we'll be sending out, and lawn signs, and all kinds of things. So I cannot urge you enough. Anybody who's listening out there, please fill out the census if you haven't already. Encourage your colleagues and family and friends and libraries. Please help us do what we can to get a complete count.
Yeah, we gotta hammer that home. September 30th, September 30th, September 30th.
Yes.
So. Awesome. Okay, so this is the point usually where we turn to member questions. And if you have a question, you can either leave a comment below or you can email them to communications@railslibraries.info. Last week, we talked about the Rails Board of Directors and welcoming new members, but we didn't mention that there is an open academic library seat on the board. Can you talk about that process and what we're looking for in a candidate?
Yes, thank you. Yes, we do have a vacant seat for a 3-year term because it's a brand new term. Somebody resigned. And so we're looking for somebody who can represent obviously the views of academic libraries, but especially to bring to the Rails board what Rails can do for academic libraries, and just sort of help improve the connection between all the types of libraries, and be a general ambassador for Rails, which all of our board members have been and are so great at. So people can self-nominate on our website. There's a form, or if you know somebody who you think would be good, you can nominate them or encourage them to nominate themselves. And I think the deadline is August 10th.
Yep, August 10th. Yeah. So if you're an academic librarian watching this, maybe this is you. Maybe you can be a board member.
Exactly. Just
Okay,
what you've always wished for, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's why you watch these videos, is for opportunities like this.
Right.
Okay, well, that will do it for us this week on Rails Minute. Deirdre, thanks so much for joining me, and we will talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, Dan. Bye, everyone.
Bye.